When I gave my son's new baseball coach a high five and said, "Way to go, Skip," his reaction was something I will never forget. My 8-year-old son, Leo, had just joined the local Little League. His coach was a quiet guy named Marcus, probably in his mid-20s. From day one, I liked Marcus. He was incredibly patient with the kids, always encouraging them even when they missed an easy catch or struck out. He had this calm energy that the boys just gravitated towards. He never really talked about his personal life with the parents, but we all appreciated how much effort he put into the team. Our first game of the season was a nail-biter, but the boys pulled off a win. The kids were going crazy, cheering and eating orange slices. As the crowd was thinning out, I noticed Marcus quietly packing up the heavy equipment bags by the dugout. I walked over, wanting to show some appreciation. I smiled, raised my hand for a high five, and casually said, "Way to go, Skip. You really turned this team around." The moment the word "Skip" left my mouth, it was like a switch flipped. The color completely drained from his face. He froze, staring at me with this look of absolute heartbreak. He didn't high-five me back. He just dropped the bag of baseballs onto the dirt, turned around, and walked straight to his car without saying a single word to anyone. I stood there, totally confused. I asked the other parents standing nearby if I had said something wrong or offensive, but nobody had a clue. My wife told me I was probably just overthinking the whole situation, but I knew deep down that my comment had triggered something terrible. For the next week, Marcus completely ghosted us. He didn't show up to our Tuesday evening drills or our big Thursday practice. The league office told us he wasn't answering his phone or replying to emails. The kids were really bummed, especially my son. I felt this heavy pit in my stomach. Even though I had no idea what I did, I knew I was the reason he disappeared. I was convinced I had ruined the season for these kids. I actually drove by the community center a few times, hoping to run into him and apologize, but I had no luck. I decided I just had to let it go. But then, on a rainy Sunday evening, there was a knock at my front door. It was Marcus. He looked exhausted, standing there on my porch with his hands shoved in his jacket pockets. He immediately apologized for going missing, and then he let out a heavy sigh. "I'm so sorry," he said, his voice shaking. "The truth is, my dad used to call me Skip every single time we played catch. He was a high school baseball coach, and he was my absolute hero. He passed away suddenly a few years ago. I hadn't stepped foot on a baseball field since the funeral. Volunteering to coach this team was my way of finally trying to face it. But when you high-fived me and called me Skip, it just broke me. For a second, it sounded exactly like him. I honestly had to fight back my own tears. I stepped out onto the porch and just gave him a massive hug. He started crying right there on my shoulder. Since that night, everything changed. Marcus didn't just come back to coach the team. He became a part of our family. He comes over to our house for Sunday dinners now, and Leo looks up to him like a big brother. Sometimes the smallest words hold the heaviest memories. If this story touched your heart, please drop a like and subscribe for more real-life stories.